Okay, so black and white means we're gonna do sketch again. Just use the paint, right? And then you can start getting used to the paint, getting used to the brushes of mixing color. So black and white means what? Value, right? So we do this kind of paint, we call it value. Practice the value, right? So I'm gonna get a little bit more for the shape, all right, for the shape first. A little bit darker, that's fine. So at the very beginning, I use a little bit water. Later, I'm gonna reduce the water. The either acrylic or gouache, right, or gouache, they dry pretty fast. So we shouldn't have any problem to add multiple layers on top. So I'm gonna start with like the one we did before. I'm gonna start with the very first one. All right, and then see, that's the dark side. And then here's another one, another small one. So question, right? If you have question, you may ask me, hey Sam, do I need pencil to do the sketch? Yeah, if you're not comfortable, right, with paint, yes, you can use color. You can use uh, pencil to do the sketch at the beginning, and then later more and more practice, and then you will get used to use um, brushes to do the shape directly, right? You will be there, trust me. All right, so I have a couple of the trees here. Okay, I have this slope here, and then here's another one. Okay, and then another tree, and here's another one, small one here, right? The distance is different, right? Some of them really far away, some of them closer, like this. And then remember, here is a big tree here. The big tree here. Another big tree on the back. And then in between, there's another tree here. So basically, we have those basic shapes. So you may ask, hey, there's so many trees. Which one should I pick? Okay, look, see, I simplify the picture a lot. So when we go outside, right, go to the woods, right, forest, or anywhere, we see the trees. You see tons of trees, right? Branches, a lot, and leaves, millions, billions of them. How could you deal with that? So, okay, here's the thing. We're gonna deal with them, right? We're gonna simplify them. So, okay, this is the basic shape. Then I'm gonna start with actually, I'm gonna start with the back, right? From back to front, right? That's the really typical, very standard kind of way of doing this. See, I'm gonna start with a little bit black and white, so make it like a blurry, a little bit grayish, right? This is what? This is the value, right? This is the value. I'm gonna start with, okay, with the leaves, because the leaves got the value, right? And then, so from now on, I try not to use much, not to use much water, right? Or almost no water at all. See, I darken the dark side. Darken the dark side a lot. See, make it dark. This is fun, right? And then some areas really dark. So that's the difference, right? Then I need to have those, right? So this will be brighter. You see that the value changes, right? Some areas brighter, just make it a little bit brighter. And then the leaves, some areas really, see, really lighter, right? The leaves really light. Then I need to have those as well. So basically the tiny leaves turn to what? Big brush, right? Bigger or smaller, the brush work. Change to this kind of stuff. Okay, this part, okay, I see some dark leaves here. Really dark. And then here, will be dark as well. So you can see, oh, okay, sometimes the shape, right? The shape of the tree sort of like get lost, right? Or get smudged by the paint. Is that a problem? The answer is no, because we always there always some kind of sacrifice for the shape. What does that mean? That means the shape may get lost, right, when you apply the paint on it. Right? Remember this, right? Don't worry. So see, we do not leave blank, right? Except those bigger trees, right? And for the tiny little branches, look, for the tiny little branches, we do not leave them blank, right? We do not leave them blank, right? Even though this branch, I do not leave them blank. Rihanna, remember this, right? You did this before, right? Remember that, what you did? You sort of like, oh, here's a tree. I'll leave it clear. You don't have to, right? You don't have to be that careful. Then really be careful, that's it. And then see on the top, see lots of trees. I use the paint cover them already. Is that a problem? No, because we did it already, right? We did the shape already, and then we can easily find them back. See, even this big tree got covered by the paint. I don't think that's a problem. We can fix it later, right? We can easily find it back, find the shape back, and fix it and make it even better, because that's just the beginning, right? So see, I have yeah, trying to apply the first color, right? Is that enough? Okay, I feel like there are some leaves even brighter. Okay, let me get a little bit brighter leaves here, there, right? Okay. And what about the branches? Don't worry, we're gonna do the branch later. And then see here, even brighter, right? Okay, then here's a question. What about the sky? Okay, the sky, the color for the sky is not white. So I'm gonna use since we do not have blue color, right? If we have blue, that'll be much easier. But since we do not have blue color, so I'm gonna use a little bit gray color, grayish color for the sky. Don't come here and watch. Okay. See, then we do not have white color anymore, right? No white color in this paper, because even the sky, I use grayish color, right, to represent the sky. Okay. See, that's the first layer. Okay, keep going, right? So you're doing this is the think about the mindset is actually you are doing a sketch, right? You're trying to do the sketch, but just you change your tiny pencil, right, to the big brush. All right. And here I can see a big tree here, right? Then let me deal with it. Here is a big tree. If it's really too dry, okay, then don't be hesitate. Get some water to make the brush a little bit soft and easy to control, right? Okay, here's one, and then another big tree here on the back, and then you can see okay. The layer, is it enough? Don't know yet. Let's do the front now, okay? Now it's time to add some front. So I leave the tree for the last, right? So the process is, I start with what? I start with the tree, right? Right, the basic shape. And then what? And then I start adding the leaves, all right? And then the sky, okay? So with that said, I'm gonna give you guys time to do it. Now we have the first layer, right? I have the first layer here. Miss something. Let me add a little bit, right? Add a little bit. Okay, much brighter here. I can see the. Okay, a little bit brighter. And then some leaves cover the big tree, right? Cover the big tree here. So the tree trunk is not clear anymore, right? See, the tree trunk is not clear. Okay, then I feel like I need to add one more layer. Henry, same as you, okay? Later, add one more layer of the leaves on the very top. So what does that mean? A little bit brighter color. A little bit brighter. Okay, then I'm gonna deal with the bottom part, all right? This part, right? The branches, right? The tree trunk and the branches, yeah, we're gonna do them later. Now let me, okay, here, I'm gonna start from here, right? Start from the foreground. So, okay, here's pretty dark, the bushes, right? The bushes and stuff. See, at front, right, I use bigger brush, right? Really big brush. And then I start adding the shadow. And then those bushes. Okay, now I'm gonna change to even more bigger area, really big area, right? Why I'm doing this? Because we cannot paint or draw those tiny bushes, right? One by one. There's no way to do it one by one, right? We have to. Yeah, all at the same time. Yeah, sort of like simplify them, right? Simplify, group them, simplify them. That's what we do. But here, right? Be careful, right? Do not do like a brush the wall like this. Hey, don't do it like this, right? Instead, right, we got all kinds of like variations. See, the brush like one, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right? Like this. And then the color, actually, hey, the interesting thing is we don't have to make the color very even, right? All right, it seems like we have something at the front. Okay, then I can see some leaves, even more leaves here, there. Okay, time to deal with those trees, right? Deal with the branches. Okay, I start with, remember I started with this, right? So this time I'm gonna start with this as well. 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is the really dark side. And then for the bright side, okay, then I need a little bit tiny brush. And then add some branches. One branch, 2, 3. Okay, one more here. All right, and then another chunk right here. And then for the dark side, put it here. I'll be able to reach down and I won't be able to get up and go down. Okay, then add some branches for this one. Be brighter. Very bright. Okay, it's good enough. Then add branches. And then don't forget the dark side. Okay, while doing this, I can see some. Okay, I see some trees on the back. Then I use small brush. Okay, on the back. See, I start with those 3 branches. All right, give you guys time. So the rest of the work, will be like somehow repeat, right? Repeat the work here, right? I have this pretty dark tree here. We just do it. And then see another dark tree on the back. Another dark tree. And then see a little bit bright on this tree. A little bit bright part. And then moving on here, right? So I can see the pretty dark tree here, and some of them here. And then I see a really bright tree on the back. And even the branch is really bright. The only way to show the bright branch is what? Make the background dark enough, right? If the background not dark enough, no matter how hard you try, there's no way to make the to show the branch, right? So the branch is kind of like a really bright branch. Not yet.
Why are you talking? Come back.
Yeah, I have a question.
Okay.
So I for my paint I opened it, but will it dry? Because I thought the paint that like you have to peel something off and there's no color.
Could you be louder?
So I got the paint. What you peel?
I cannot hear you. Be louder.
So will the paint dry?
So I keep doing it, right? I keep doing this to add more trees and branches, and then the detail, right? So far, still working on the and then the stuff here. Okay. Here's a tree. Really bright on the top, really bright here, really blurry here.
Good job.
And then,
Job done.
oh yeah. See, this one really bright. Why? Because the background is really dark. Imagine if the background really bright or sort of like a grayish color, then it's gonna be really hard to show the bright branch, right? So Okay, add some tiny branches. With a tiny brush. Okay, for this big tree, right, how to deal with it? Some dark side. And then here I can see the leaves. And the leaves on at the bottom as well. I'm recording here, okay? Quiet. Okay, make the shadow more clear. And then okay, time to add some really bright side, okay? The bright, that's the light. And then some really dark part, the front. And then some bright dot. And also the few trees, right? Some branches. See if I can make it even brighter. And then some leaves really bright, especially this part. So I do this, right, to make it more layers. Just some more layers here. I think pretty much of it. There's a little bit light here. I think that's it. All right, now you guys to play.